The moment the nomination list dropped, the internet didn't just react, it exploded. Within minutes, one name began dominating timelines, headlines, and conversations across continents. It wasn't unexpected, yet it still felt powerful every single time. Kim Taehyung was back in the spotlight, again. In April 2026, the official nominations for the prestigious Seoul Music Awards were revealed. Among the biggest highlights was Taehyung's inclusion in the K-pop World Choice Solo category, one of the most competitive and fan-driven awards of the night. For many artists, a nomination is a milestone. For Taehyung, it's a reminder that even in periods of relative quiet, his presence never truly disappears. At first glance, this nomination might seem like just another achievement in an already decorated career. But looking deeper, it tells a much bigger story. Unlike many nominees actively promoting new music, Taehyung has maintained a lower musical output recently, and yet his name still rises to the top. Why? Because his influence doesn't rely solely on frequency, it thrives on impact. From streaming numbers that continue to grow years after release, to social media engagement that rivals active promotions, Taehyung represents a rare kind of artist whose relevance isn't tied to constant visibility. He defines it. Even in 2026, Taehyung's solo album Layover continues to play a crucial role in his nomination. Released in 2023, the album marked a defining moment in his artistic journey. It showcased a softer, more introspective side of Taehyung, far from the high-energy expectations often placed on K-pop idols. Instead of chasing trends, he leaned into his strengths: deep, velvety vocals, jazz-inspired arrangements, minimalist storytelling. Songs from Layover didn't just perform well, they lingered. And in an industry where trends fade overnight, longevity is power. Behind every major nomination lies one undeniable force: the fans. For Taehyung, that force is global, organized, and incredibly dedicated. Within hours of the announcement, voting guides began circulating online, hashtags trended worldwide, fan bases across Asia, Europe, and the Americas synchronized efforts. This isn't new. Taehyung's fan support has always been one of the strongest in the industry. But what makes it remarkable is its consistency. Whether he's actively promoting or not, the support never weakens. If anything, it grows stronger. In the modern music industry, influence is often measured by charts, sales, and visibility. Taehyung challenges that formula. His influence extends into fashion, where his appearances can instantly elevate brand visibility, culture, where his style and preferences spark global trends, digital presence, where even a single post can generate millions in engagement. This multi-dimensional impact plays a significant role in award recognitions like the Seoul Music Awards. Because today, being an artist isn't just about music, it's about presence, and Taehyung's presence is undeniable. While the world knows him as a member of BTS, Taehyung's solo identity has become increasingly powerful. He is no longer just V from BTS. He is a vocalist with a distinct tone, an artist with a clear vision, a global figure with individual influence. This nomination reinforces that evolution. It shows that even outside group activities, Taehyung holds his ground among the biggest solo names in K-pop. The K-pop World Choice Solo category is known for its intense competition. Top-tier soloists, massive fandoms, and global campaigns all collide in one category where fan votes play a crucial role. And yet, Taehyung enters the race with a unique advantage: strong international fan base, high recognition value, consistent engagement metrics. Industry watchers are already calling this one of the most anticipated battles of the awards. But if history has shown anything, it's this: never underestimate Taehyung. What makes this nomination even more significant is its timing. 2026 is expected to be a monumental year for BTS, with increasing reports of a group comeback and potential world tour. Taehyung's solo recognition adds another layer of anticipation. It's not just about what he has achieved, it's about what's coming next. Some artists rise quickly and fade just as fast. Others build slowly and last longer. Then there are rare figures like Kim Taehyung, artists who do both. He rises, he sustains, he evolves. And with every nomination, every recognition, and every moment of global attention, he continues to shape a legacy that goes beyond awards. As the voting intensifies and anticipation builds, one question remains: will this nomination turn into another historic win, or will it become yet another chapter in a story that is still unfolding? Either way, one thing is certain: Kim Taehyung is not just part of the conversation, he is the conversation. Before the charts, before the awards, before the headlines, there was always one constant: recognition. Not the kind that fades with time, but the kind that grows louder even in silence. And that is exactly what defines Kim Taehyung in 2026. In an industry where artists are expected to constantly release music, appear on shows, and stay visible, Taehyung's approach has always been different. He disappears. Not completely, but enough to make people wonder. And yet, when his name resurfaces, it doesn't return quietly. It dominates. His nomination at the Seoul Music Awards 2026 is a perfect example of this phenomenon. While other artists actively promote their latest releases, Taehyung's influence continues to grow even without constant exposure. It's not about how often he appears, it's about how deeply he's remembered. In today's digital world, visibility is often dictated by algorithms. What trends, what gets clicks, what keeps people engaged. Taehyung breaks that system. Every time his name is mentioned, engagement spikes, old content resurfaces, fan edits flood platforms, search rankings climb instantly. Even years after release, his performances and music clips continue circulating as if they were new. This isn't coincidence, it's digital dominance. Experts in social media analytics often refer to this as evergreen engagement, content that remains relevant regardless of time. Taehyung has mastered it without even trying. The power behind Taehyung's nomination isn't just his individual presence, it's the force that stands behind him. ARMY. But not just any fandom, a synchronized global network that operates with precision. Within hours of the nomination announcement, voting tutorials were translated into multiple languages. Fan bases organized schedules across time zones. Donation pools were created to support voting systems. Streaming parties quietly boosted his metrics. This level of coordination isn't accidental. It's built on years of loyalty. And more importantly, it's built on trust. Fans don't just support Taehyung because he's popular, they support him because they believe in him. Taehyung's nomination also highlights something bigger than music. He is no longer confined to one industry. He exists across multiple spaces: music, fashion, art, digital culture. His influence in fashion in particular has reached levels few artists achieve. A single appearance can shift brand attention, drive searches, and influence trends globally. This cross-industry presence plays a significant role in awards like the Seoul Music Awards, where global recognition and cultural impact matter just as much as music. Because in 2026, being an artist means being more than just a performer. It means being a symbol, and Taehyung has become exactly that. What truly sets Taehyung apart, however, isn't just numbers or influence, it's emotion. Fans often describe his voice as comforting, nostalgic, even healing. His music doesn't demand attention, it invites it. That emotional connection creates something rare: listeners who stay, fans who remain loyal over time, audiences who grow with the artist. This is why even older songs continue to chart, stream, and trend, because they don't just entertain, they resonate. As voting begins for the K-pop World Choice Solo category, competition is intensifying. Other nominees bring strong discographies, active promotions, and massive fan bases. But Taehyung brings something different: consistency. not in output but in impact. Industry insiders suggest that while many artists peak during promotions, Taehyung maintains a steady level of global attention regardless of activity, and in fan-voted categories, that consistency can make all the difference. Taehyung's current position isn't the result of a single hit or viral moment. It's the result of years of artistic growth, public presence, and authentic connection with fans. From his early days as a part of BTS to his evolution as a solo artist, every step has contributed to the image he holds today. An artist who doesn't chase relevance, but naturally becomes it. With every nomination comes expectation. Fans expect a win, media expects a headline, the industry expects consistency. But Taehyung? He remains unpredictable, and that unpredictability is part of his appeal, because no matter the outcome, he never feels manufactured or forced. He simply exists, and the world reacts. In the end, this nomination is more than just a moment. It is a statement that Kim Taehyung is not bound by time, trends, or even constant presence. In an industry that moves at lightning speed, where relevance can fade overnight, he remains steady, powerful, and undeniably influential. His nomination at the Seoul Music Awards 2026 is not simply about competition or winning a trophy. It represents something far deeper: endurance. Endurance of artistry, endurance of connection, endurance of a name that continues to echo across the world no matter how much time passes. Whether he takes home the award or not, one truth is already clear: Taehyung has moved beyond